And James, we never really asked you too much about your year in Green Bay and kind of what that meant to you, what you took away from it, because like you said, I mean, it's very different when you're in an environment like that compared to what you're doing now.
Had a great experience, and I would say that Green Bay is probably the most like a college than probably anywhere in the country. It's really about the community. The stadium sits like right in the middle of the neighborhood.
Yep.
It's kind of interesting. The town owns the team. I remember being at practice one day and seeing thousands of people going into they have like a ice arena that's also basketball, kind of dual purpose.
Yeah.
And I was like, what's going on there? They're having a board of directors meeting where the president gets up and talks to the whole town about kind of where the team is, from a financial perspective and everything else. That was really, I learned as much there about an entire organization, how it's run. Very, very impressed. Little things I picked up that I thought were really first class. One of the things, like, when I remember when I took the job, I think either the next day or the day after that, I open up my front door, or my wife opens up the front door, and there's a dozen roses and a gift package there for my wife and kids of Green Bay gear. First class. That was written down right there in my book. If I ever get a job, that's something I'm going to do. And there was a lot of things like that. The tradition and the history. Green Bay, Wisconsin, they had a museum underneath the stadium. That was unbelievable with Lamar. So there's a lot of things like that I learned. I got introduced to the West Coast offense. Spent time with Coach Sherman, who I had a lot of respect for, and really the whole staff. Joe Philbin, who's now the head coach of the Miami Dolphins. There's a bunch of guys on the staff that had a big impact on me. Darrell Bevel was the quarterback's coach. We worked hand in hand. Darrell's now the offense coordinator of Seattle Seahawks. They won a Super Bowl this year. So a bunch of guys. That had a big impact on me, really did. That was also a place where in college and high school, it's like the coach is here and the players are down here and you're telling them what to do. And in NFL, it's more you're working together. There's a fine line that's not crossed, but you're working together to try to accomplish something. Donald Driver was my guy, and it's always great when your best player is one of the best people, and it sets the tone for the whole room and really the whole organization. I'm still really close with Donald. I got a watch that I wear for game day that Donald gave me for Christmas that year. I just had an unbelievable experience there.